Additionally, it's important to remember that our body language and expressions are also forms of communication. Often, what we don't say in words speaks louder. For example, crossed arms or a bored expression can send the wrong signals, even if your intention is simply to show tiredness or discomfort. Stoicism teaches us to observe our own actions and intentions. Before judging how others interpret us, reflect, is my posture aligned with the message I want to convey? Small adjustments can prevent big problems. Resolving misunderstandings requires stoic courage and humility to admit mistakes. If communication has failed, it's better to address the problem honestly than let it fester into resentment. A sincere apology can disarm hostility and pave the way for reconnection. However, be careful not to take on blame that isn't yours. Stoicism teaches us to focus on what is within our control, and that includes how we react to misunderstandings. Have you ever tried resolving a conflict by being the first to extend an olive branch? Communication reflects our character, and improving it requires constant practice. The next time you're in an important conversation, ask yourself, am I truly listening? Am I being clear? Adopting this habit can transform the way you connect with others. In the next section, we'll explore something even deeper: how differences in values and fundamental beliefs can impact our relationships. Let's discover together how to overcome them to build more authentic connections. Differences in values and fundamental beliefs. Differences in values and beliefs are like forks in the road. Each choice leads to a different path, and finding common ground isn't always easy. These divergences may seem simple, but often touch deeply rooted layers of each person's identity. Imagine, for example, two co-workers, one who values innovation and flexibility, while the other prioritizes tradition and stability. Without a foundation of mutual understanding, these opposing views can create conflicts and resentment. Stoicism teaches us that by understanding others, we not only preserve harmony, but also broaden our own perspective. Have you been able to appreciate these differences as opportunities for learning? These divergent values aren't always limited to grand issues like religion or politics. Often they appear in everyday decisions. One person prefers a minimalist lifestyle, while another believes success lies in material achievements. When beliefs are challenged, people often become defensive, seeing others as threats. The Stoic mindset, however, suggests focusing on what we can control, our perception. Instead of reacting with hostility, try to understand what shaped the other person's perspective. How can you use this exercise to strengthen your empathy? Another essential aspect is recognizing that our beliefs are shaped by unique personal experiences. Imagine someone who grew up in an environment where resilience was a daily necessity. This person may hold deeply different values from someone who led a more sheltered life. When you approach these differences with curiosity rather than judgment, you'll find they can enrich your worldview. Marcus Aurelius said, "Be tolerant with others and strict with yourself." How can you apply this philosophy in the next conflict you face? Differences don't have to be obstacles. They can be bridges. Instead of trying to change someone's perspective, look for common ground. For example, if you're arguing with a friend about lifestyles, instead of focusing on the divergences, ask yourself, what values do we share? Stoicism teaches that true virtue lies in wisdom and temperance, in knowing how to balance our reactions with patience. In your next difficult interaction, try shifting your approach. Aim for harmony instead of winning the argument. What impact could this have on your relationships? Still, it's important to establish clear boundaries. Not all differences are compatible, and some beliefs may cause ongoing conflicts. Stoicism doesn't demand that you adapt to everything, but that you practice the courage to be authentic while respecting others' space. If someone insists on imposing their values on you, remember that the only person responsible for your choices is yourself. As Marcus Aurelius wrote, think constantly of the universe as one living being, with one substance and one soul. By viewing the world as a connected whole, can we avoid many of these conflicts? By exploring these divergences with wisdom and respect, you not only improve your relationships but also grow as an individual. After all, every difference you face is an opportunity for self-development. In the next section, we'll dive into one of the most destructive aspects of human relationships, the influence of rumors and gossip. Stay with me to understand how to handle this challenge and protect your integrity. The influence of rumors and gossip. Few things are as corrosive to trust and reputation as rumors and gossip. They start as small sparks, but quickly turn into wildfires, consuming relationships, careers, and even the self-esteem of those targeted. Often, these distorted stories reflect more about the biases and insecurities of those spreading them than any truth about you. Stoicism teaches that when faced with such adversity, we must focus on our own actions and virtues, for it is by them that we will be remembered. How do you react when you realize something unfair is being said about you? The impact of rumors lies not only in what's said, but also in how they shape perceptions. For example, in a workplace, malicious gossip about your competence can undermine future opportunities, even if it has no basis in reality. Stoic resilience reminds us that while we can't control what others say, we can control how we respond. Demonstrating integrity in all your actions is a powerful way to counteract these stories. How can you use your conduct to dispel rumors without uttering a single word? There's something particularly challenging about dealing with gossip because it feeds on human nature's tendency to seek captivating narratives, even at the expense of others. Remember, though, that people who fixate on speaking negatively about others are often trying to fill voids in their own lives. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "When you arise in the morning, think of the privilege of being alive, of breathing, of thinking, of enjoying, and of loving."